Yeah, it's a lot going on to get into. Really, really been off the net, but I've been busy, and every time I get a chance, I might look at a couple topics, seeing what's going on. But it's crazy out here. Um, First thing first, Straightforward Podcast is a podcast we got on the page. That should be starting up. This episode is let me start my narratives. You feel me? So, fell in love. You know what I'm saying? In the honeymoon stages right now. So, you gotta respect that. Like when somebody in love, man, you just gotta let them be in love. Like I hate when people see somebody in love and they want them to stay the same person they was before they got in love. Like nah. Like first they gonna get in love with somebody, be all mushy and all that with them. Distance themselves a little bit, restructure they shit, and then form a foundation. Now that's the foundation they going by. Like it might be different. It might be a whole different set you might see for Straightforward Podcast. Northbound Media co-host with my aunt Straightforward Podcast. So uh he been getting back busy. I know he been having some time. Just some summertime, some vacation time, summertime, whatever y'all want to call it. But man, me on the other end, I've been pretty like busy, pretty busy. Um, yeah, real busy, kind of. This the first time like this my weekend or the household weekend right now. It's the first time I've been able to have like this type of weekend with the family in like about a month, 5 weeks. I've been kind of busy or not at the house, so you know, the hard way, the hard work will pay off. So that's the main thing I'm headed towards. Is you know what I'm saying? That's the paying off part. Like the hard work is the part that we'll sit there and we complain about, stress about, go through the motions about. But what we looking forward to is the payoff. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully it do what it do for that. You know what I'm saying? But let's get the vibe started. I got a lot to talk about. Let's really turn up. I appreciate anybody that's in right now. Like, share, all that good shit. Like, you feel me? Like, share, all that. Subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Yeah, man. I'm really sonically I fuck with Tyler. Like some of the messaging I be getting, some of the pause, most of the pause, jokes I don't get. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right, so um we all know that Tyler, had this interview with Hot 97, and I found it very interesting. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they going live right now. So this is like we catching it live. Okay, that's their own little live stream. They had the interview going live, but something I thought was like something I felt like just the world kind of need to hear. And me, it's a minute and I say a minute 8 or a minute 7 seconds on here, and I really want to, and it's really 68, 67 seconds, and I really want to like break down some cultural LA cultural shit, and I want to talk about somebody else. I was talking about cultural shit. I just hope I remember because I'll be too tapped in trying to figure out this new little stream I got going on right now. This gym talk. Now look, just pay attention. Listen.
I'm a LA baby. Down. A lot of folks do not be knowing that. They think niggas grew up in the suburbs. I'm from Hawthorne, Inglewood, California.
All right. Now, I would be petty and put the map up and all that, but I would be petty because it's like I think it's kind of worth it. You know what I'm saying? What's the deal? What's the deal, bro? And you can hop on here if you know I can send a link to you. You can hop on here, fool. Just text me. Northbound Media, text me. So, I wish I could put a map on here, but I'm not even gonna put a map on here. I'm just kind of like describe it for other like locations. So, like in New York, the East Coast, like y'all kind of like cluttered a lot, right? So like Hawthorne is like close to like LAX. It's kind of a big city, like no cap. Now think of it's kind of big city, right? And it's part of Inglewood. Beginning of it is part of Inglewood. And then you have some of it is part of the LAX area. Then you have the ending of it is like a part of like the South Bay area of LA. Now Inglewood is the known, area. Everybody heard of Inglewood. That's where you got the stadiums at. Inglewood Cemetery, Boys in the Hood, the people, the dudes claim to be going against them. Some people think they were from Inglewood. The Wood, that's in Inglewood. So everybody is understanding of that location. Now, it's not. It's only a block away that separates them. That separates Inglewood and Hawthorne, right? And it's kind of like the same politics because it's like nothing goes on in Hawthorne. So if a person kind of like catch you, it's more so like trying to figure you out. So it's a lot of checking people temperatures in Hawthorne. You never know what you're gonna come across. You never know who's gonna come across. You might got somebody that's been staying in Compton their whole life. They end up moving to Hawthorne. You got people that stayed in LA their whole lives and they end up moving to Hawthorne, Watts, so on and so forth. Now you got the LAX area, which is like a Hispanic area. You know what I'm saying? And it's a cool area. That area is more like you got the LAX going on. You got the hotels, Hispanic, good food. That's that area. Then you got South Bay, Torrance, and stuff like that, where it's like the police is more burnt out. You ain't supposed to be doing shit over here. So it's a mixture of a lot of stuff going on, in this one area. And it's still LA, like no doubt. It's still like it's still LA for sure.
Being at nigga, my mom used to me and her used to ride bikes when I was learning how to ride bikes in the Forum where that thing was. Are you crazy? You think I'm not about to pull up to that pop out and see, and Kendrick and Day, like, they're my boys. So like, of course I'm a pop out, no pun intended, and see that shit. And like, nigga, I saw Tommy the Clown there. I wanted a photo.
So like I was saying, Inglewood got the stadium, got all that stuff there. So the Forum was the main attraction growing up there. And it's so like the parking lot, nothing was really going on there. It was mainly for the Lakers, but they ended up moving. So there would be nothing really going on. So the parking lot is like a nice size parking lot. A lot of people go work out. Or like he said, his mom, they would ride the bike. You got people who ride roller skates around it. It was just like a little thing to do. So imagine you as a kid, you riding your bike around this stadium, around this arena, and now you able to perform in it. Come on, like, why wouldn't he be there?
Dude, Mustard and YG, like, when niggas was growing up, And I'm like, in 9th grade, bro, YG and Mustard, they had a name throughout the city when it was just Pusha's Inc. and when Creasy and
All right, now, so this is another part of like, you know, LA history that I feel like the OGs try to like disregard or kind of don't want to talk about. Now, back to other areas. Like, so Hawthorne would be like the Staten Island, Buffalo, like them areas. In New York. As far as like it'd be like Orlando in Florida or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like Hawthorne-ish. Like whatever that's in that county of Orlando, that's Hawthorne. You get what I'm saying? In Georgia, Georgia. I wish I knew some of these different places a little bit more, but like Texas, it'll be considered like Austin. Like, you get what I'm saying? So y'all can kind of get the temperature of what Hawthorne is. Now, he's explaining a whole nother situation of LA culture that nobody wants to acknowledge. Just like in other regions, I was just going back to like when Chicago dudes that's with dreads, they used to be juking. And like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody would talk about them back in the day juking and stuff like that. When the dudes in Atlanta, they doing the snap their fingers, and you got Casanova, one of the rappers from New York, and he doing the chicken noodle soup. Like it was eras where cities was just into dancing. You know what I'm saying? And Push It in. Let me see. This is like different type of era. And this is what he talking about when he say Mustard and YG. He's not talking about like when Mustard and YG was making songs and no, because truth be told, like y'all heard Mustard on the later end of his run, and then truth be told, we would have loved to hear YG on I'm Different, them type of beats, like later on. But yeah, so this is what he talking about, the jerking era. The jerking era, this was like really different back. This is 15 years ago. 15 years ago. This is what he talking about. This is what he was a part of. This is Mustard. This is Mustard and YG. How can I say? What's the main story of a hero? This they or like they oral story, like I'm gonna find it. It's the oracle of what they got going on as far as being LA legends. It started right here. So when I say it's house parties, kickback.